The S&P market is showing strength, but it has not broken above resistance yet. This is July 22nd. And what's interesting is the market this morning at 8 o'clock was almost the exact same price that it was at 8 o'clock a week ago. So it hasn't done a whole lot of anything. It's preparing for something. And what we have been saying is, if you look at the chart where we laid out the dates where potential highs and lows come in, we're looking for a low this week, either the 24th, maybe the 25th of the month of July. And we're expecting the market should come down a couple of days, although lately it hasn't been able to come down very much at all, which shows strength. But if it does come down a couple of days into the 24th or 5th, then there's a good chance that will be the takeoff point for the next rally. And if that next rally can pierce above the yellow line, which we've been talking about for months now, because it's been the primary resistance line stopping the market. It stopped it in December, January, and February almost exactly. And until it breaks above this 6380 area, we don't really know anything about it having a big rally above. However, there's a very good chance, because the momentum is strong. Our momentum balance technique on the 5-minute chart, on the hourly chart, even on the weekly chart, is showing the market has higher prices coming. It doesn't tell you when. And the cycles are saying basically that after a low late July, which is now, this week, it should go strongly up into the 11th and the 22nd of August, potentially all the way to the 22nd of August. And during that 1 month, it could make some serious progress. Okay? We've also shown the resistance levels above. If we do break above the 6,400 area, the next one is approximately 6,700 and then 7,200. And then if it should be in an extremely happy mood, although it may not happen this quickly, the 7,600 area. Okay? These are extreme numbers, but at the moment we need to think that the probabilities are the market's likely to go up rather than down, even though it's been sideways and it could conceivably go down, and people are thinking maybe this is the top. We don't think so. So ultimately, the 2-month cycle has been repeating really well. It actually had a high on the 21st after the 15th high, and it does come down 2 or 3 days, which may or may not happen, but if it does, it's still repeating very well, and that would be an opportunity to go in to the market on the long side. But you really can't commit strongly until it gets above the 6,400 area and sticks. In other words, goes there and stays above it. Then we're likely to see significantly higher prices by August 22nd. And the other things that are happening is the 261 trading day cycle. 2 of those, basically about 108 weeks ago, has been repeating very well. Also calls for a pullback a couple of days, and then rallying up into late August as well. So there's a lot of things that the cycles are saying basically higher. The momentum is saying basically higher. But we prefer to be conservative and wait for it to commit, because only a little bit higher, if it goes only a couple points higher above 6,400, it's hugely different than staying below 6,400, because that resistance is real. It's a real obstacle. And unless it can pierce that, it didn't, And then we could have another variation, which is more sideways for a longer period of time. Okay? I want to remind everybody, we did start, last Sunday, we started our forecast mastery class, and it has been very successful. The first class was rather great, actually. But this is the last week. We usually let people jump in afterward for another week. So if you have interest, you can look underneath at the opportunity to how to jump in if you're interested. And we do a little interview with new students. For those of you who know the story of Moby Dick, right before the massive whale came out of the water, it was extremely still, and nobody knew what was going to happen. And of course, the market can be like that. If the whale should land underneath your boat, it can be extremely disruptive. However, if it's at a distance, you can still take advantage of it and capture it. So recognize the fact you must be careful at all times, but right now the market's on a hinge point, and it's conceivable that extreme volatility could start to happen. So whatever you do, make sure to protect your positions with stops or hedges or something that doesn't let your equity get derailed.